The U.S. military draft. Yesterday, June the 14th, 2024, the House of Representatives passed a defense bill that will automatically register young men ages 18 through 26 for the U.S. draft. So if you or somebody you know is between those ages of 18 and 26, men or women, we're going to be covering that in this video as well. You're probably going to want to see this video. I'm going to be covering the details for you of what it was that unfolded. And I've actually been sharing this with you for quite some time, as we heard back in November that there were rumors that the U.S. draft would need to come back. And that was because we had heard that if we were to enter into a war, or right now potentially World War III, that we currently have 1/10 of the reserves that we had over 50 years ago when we had the last draft in place. And currently in 2023, numbers have come out that the U.S. Army has had a shortfall of its goals by 23%. The U.S. Navy has had a shortfall of 20%. The U.S. Air Force of 10%. And the U.S. Marines are the only ones that have met their goals for recruits. Now, in addition to that, as I mentioned, this is 1/10 of what it was just 50 years ago. So we're going to be discussing what it was that passed yesterday in the House of Representatives, and also why this is unfolding. Now, in addition to that, just for clarification, this passed in the House of Representatives. We're hearing that this is going to be going on to the Senate, where they're saying this will likely be.
Hello, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Makakwadash. Double honors to the apostles of GMS who teach and rule well. Salutations to you brothers in the house and byways. And salutations also goes out to you brothers and few sisters that tune in to listen and learn. I'm the brother Malak from the Diligent Soldier Camp here in Boston, Mass. As always, I pray this lesson be edifying to the elect. This is going to be an in-transit lesson. You know, it's going to be short, but it's going to be an in-transit lesson called Your Loved Ones Shall Die at War. Okay? Because you heard it straight from the horse's mouth, man. You know, as far as like, you know, Esau reporting on Esau. You know, the House of Representatives passed a bill. Now it has to go to the Senate, but more than likely it will pass because, as you heard, there, you know, all the different military branches have come short, man. Nobody wants to fight. Nobody wants to go to war, you know. And you could charge that to the way Babylon carry itself, man. You got a bunch of men that are really like women, you know. And it's something that's encouraged. So how and why would they wanna fight, man, or face a threat of war, you know? Because one thing is joining for the benefits, you know, that you get to have by signing up with the military, you know, tax exempts and or something with taxes, but you get some type of tax benefits and loans. It's easier for you to get loans for mortgages and whatnot. You know, but nobody wants to do that, man. But Babylon's gonna make you. You know, I recently heard that even men, and I would imagine women, that are signed up to these federal loans for school are automatically enrolled, man, are automatically signed into being registered, you know what I mean, for the military. So it's gonna happen, man. It's something that's gonna go down, and the scriptures is here to even prove it, man. Okay, so I'm only gonna bring out like 2 scriptures, you know, let the Bible speak, and maybe harp on it a little bit, if it be the Lord's will. But yeah, man, you got to prepare for this, Babylon, and you Babylonians, and you 2/3-minded Jakes that love this place so much. You better be willing to die for it, man, because a lot of y'all gonna get drafted, man. A lot of y'all gonna go into war, man, and never come back. Okay? This is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 16, verse 33. And it reads, Salakia, the virgins shall mourn, having no bridegrooms. The women shall mourn, having no husbands. Salaki, I just gotta move over. Their daughters shall mourn, having no helpers. In war shall their bridegrooms be destroyed, and their husbands shall perish in famine. Okay? So whether they be at war abroad, right? Or even here in the States when famine kicks in, and many times out there at war too, you know, there's a shorting of food supply, you know, for whatever reason, and people go through it, man. So, you know, the scriptures is clearly telling you, man, in these last days that this is exactly what's gonna go down. Okay, he said, the guy on the that I put on the post production, you know, what was talking about, you know, the draft and all, which we all know more than likely that will happen. There will be a draft, and the scriptures confirms it by telling you what's gonna happen and after that draft, man. It doesn't say draft, but it mentioned that, you know, these people are going to be at war, man. These men and women, by the way, are going to be at war. And what's crazy is that, if I'm not mistaken, it was brought up by a woman, okay? A woman that's not even, that hasn't even been to war ever in her life, but wants young men to join it, man. And more than likely, in the time that we're living in, you know, that won't happen. You know, men are going to fall back from this, man, and might just suffer the penalties, right, that comes with not registering. Because, you know, how is it that you being a woman are not going to send your own daughters, are not going to want to go fight, but then you fight tooth and nail for equal rights, man? You know, the hypocrisy, man, is ridiculous out here in Babylon, man. You know, until shit hits the fan, or as our elder Adama from the Boston camp says, you know, when the rubber meets the road, man. You know, when it's time to fight, when it's time to get down, you know, people fall back. All these people that was hollering, you know what I'm saying, and talking tough, they retrieve, man, you know, into a little shell. But anyways, this is the book of Jeremiah 51 and 30. Now ended off with this one. It says, the mighty men of Babylon have forborne to fight. They have remained in their holds. People don't want to fight, man. Dudes don't want to go into fight in a war, man. Yeah, I mean, especially when women are gonna try to fight this and not want to go to war too. You know, after pushing all this fucking equal rights bullshit. You know, now I would say the Lord definitely made a woman compass a man. That definitely went down. You know what I mean? There's no denying that, which proves that the Bible is real, man. Because in the last 20 years, 30 years, you've seen feminism, you know, really put the battery on the backs of these women, man. And now, you know, more than ever, they don't need no man. So they think, you know, until it's time to change a tire, you know, or climb one of those fucking tall ass, you know, FDA lights or FCC lights, whatever the fuck they call them, you know, with the red bulb. You know, a lot of women don't do that. Sewage. They don't get down and dirty. You know, they still retreat to that delicateness that they have, you know, in their being, man, in their true essence, man. They retrieve to that when shit gets crazy. And let's be honest, man, you know, we go to you know, Babylon go to war with Russia, and I mean it's pretty much a wrap, man. If most women from Babylon were in the military, because yeah, they're gonna be going up against Russian men of war, okay, men that have been, every time they reincarnate, they get back right into that, man. You know, That's the spirit. That's the lot that the Lord has chosen for those people, man. For those men. So, you know, Babylon will definitely be destroyed. It's a given. You know what I mean? I mean, it's in the Bible, but at the same time, it's like, you know, I mean, come on, man. We all seen these MMA fights, man. When a transformer gets in a fight with a woman, you know, these boxing matches with the naturally born woman, it's obliterated, man. You know, in the first few seconds of the fucking fight, you know. So it is what it is, man. It is what it is, and I lost my train of thought. I was about to bring another interesting point out, but those what comes back to me. If not, it's, you know, hopefully it comes out of camp later on. So again, Jeremiah 51:30, the mighty men of Babylon have forborne to fight. They have remained in their holds. Because Esau talks a good one, man, but he's a whole bitch, you know. Their might has failed. They become as woman. They have burned her dwelling places. Her bars are broken, man. You know, yo, it's, I mean, the morale in this queendom, as the beloved brother Shemayim from my camp always refers to when talking about Esau and his rulership, you know, which is true, man. They're a bunch of bitches, man. You know, I've never been to war. I haven't even been in a fight man, like in over a decade, man. You know, so it's easier said than done. But hey, at the end of the day, we have nothing to do with this, man. That's all Babylonian, Esau's age conflict, man. Okay, I mean, we're caught up in the middle, in the midst of all this, man. But you know, the hopeful elect, not that we don't want no part, right? Because we can't wait to destroy Babylon or partake in destroying these Edomites wherever they dwell, whatever they call by whatever nation they call themselves. But you know, at the same time, it's like, you know, we're not joined to these people. You know, we commit treason by speaking on the Lord destroying this place and taking over these different kingdoms, man. Especially Babylon's high horse, man, high power, high mountain, you know. So hey, man, it is what it is, man. These Babylonian so-called males, men, want no smoke, man. And the scriptures clearly tell you, man. All right, they're acting like women, you know. But you know, the testosterone level is so low these days, man, that, you know, 50, 60 years back, there's no wonder why there were more men, you know, signing up, even when war was brewing, even when war was going on. Granted, they didn't have the footage that we have, you know, through these different social medias to see what war is really like, you know, to see the aftermath of a building being plundered, you know, children laying lifeless in the streets, men and women also, of all ages, right? But nonetheless, they were informed of how ugly war is, and was ready to fight for what they stand or for their nation, man. Now, you just got a bunch of bitch-ass niggas and bitch-ass bitches, man. You know? And call hello Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, you know? Call hello Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, man. He brought this devil up, and now he's showing his, now he's raising up his skirt, man. And we all see your panties. Hey, man, that's all I got on that, man. I pray that this was edifying. In closing, I want to say and give all honors and praises to our Father in heaven, Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai, Baharakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles, GMS, who teach and rule well, being great examples to us brothers. Okay, salutations to you brothers in the house and byways. Salutations also goes out to you brothers and few sisters that tune in to listen and learn, man. To you I say shalom. and the Baba Ball. Kwam Yasha Allah.